Good morning, it's Ann at Yarn Folk, and we are recapping our weekly blog post and email. We are introducing a new promotion, and that is we're doing Stitch Marker Saturday. So any month that has 5 Saturdays, on that last Saturday, any purchase either online or in the store, we're going to be offering a free stitch marker set. So they will be sets of, I think, usually 6 on a theme, and we're offering them in both a crochet or a knit version. So if you do order online, I think there's a place at checkout where you can include a note or just send me an email with which you would prefer. Of course, this is while supplies last, but we have a pretty decent supply of them, and we're looking forward to that. Saturday is the rodeo parade, so just a note on that. We're going to be open at our normal time, but the street is going to be so shut down. And it varies when the parade ends. I'm expecting it wouldn't be quite as late as last year, since last year was the 100th anniversary of the rodeo, but who knows? So anyway, we'll be open, and if you want to come hang out and watch the parade in front of the store, it's a pretty good spot to watch. And yeah, that's Saturday. Also, so I guess we can move on to the calendar section. We are still having social stitching on Saturday. That's all normal. And then on Labor Day, we will be closed. I wouldn't mind coming to work, but I would very much mind trying to get back home from work in Labor Day traffic, so we're just not going to be open. Things coming up in the next little while. On September 22nd, Yarn Folk will be participating in the Have a Ball Fall Crawl again, and this is a virtual crawl. I will mention I'm going to repost a reel that the organizers posted yesterday, I believe, but there is a special entry into a prize situation if you register before Labor Day. So this is a crawl that we give away a lot of prizes. We have very generous sponsors who provide them, and yeah, so it's I can't remember how many shops, but it's usually somewhere between 20 and 30 shops participate, and it's a chance to see shops that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get to. We'll be presenting at 9:45 on the 22nd, which is a Sunday. And then on October 16th, we are having a virtual class. So it's a class by Zoom with Patty Lyon. And this is the Build a Better Fabric class. Lots of good information on making a knit fabric that pleases you on a technical level. It's a 2-hour class from 4 to 6 on Wednesday, October 16th. It is a live class only, so there's no replay on this. You do need to be present at the class, but it is interactive, and you can enroll for that now. We brought in a new yarn. This is one that we've been waiting for a little while. I am wearing a crocheted wrap in this yarn. The yarn is Tilly. Great job. Tilly. That's going to be backwards, I think. This is a blend of, let me just get the percentages right, 62% Pima cotton and 38% Cupro. Cupro is a reclaimed fiber, and it's a fiber that's reclaimed from the process of making cotton. So cotton is a fairly intensive process to make cotton yarn, and the reclaiming of the fiber to make the Cupro brings it a little more into balance in terms of environmental impact. So this color is Algodón. This one is Pamba. I think that's I think that's what this is. This one is Tula. It's a really pretty fresh green. This kind of pinky one is Khotan, and Pamuk, and what's the last one? Faye. Sometimes I can figure out the naming conventions because Baroga does tend to have a theme when they're naming yarn colors, but I don't know what that one is. In any case, it's a machine washable yarn. It's sport weight. The yardage is very generous. A hank is 375 yards, and it crochets beautifully. The pattern support I've linked in the blog post, and it is some really nice pieces. Another thing about this is I think it would be a great yarn for kid things. So I did also link a pattern to a really cute sort of short sleeve t-shirt with just a little bit of detailing in that blog post this week. Okay, I'm back to finish this up. I had to make a brief stop in between. We featured this week a photograph of a completed muscle doodle hat that Betsy shared, and she used a series of motifs that represented summer fun times at the lake spent with her grandkids, and the hat is for one of the grandkids, and it just kind of illustrates how you can really personalize a piece using the doodle charts. I am not much farther than I have been previously, but I have started to work on the brim, and so there's a little motif at the bottom here that is not directional, and then the next motif after that will be one that is, I'm going to be knitting it right side up. Previously I've been knitting upside down, so that on the portion of the hat that I'm knitting, it will be right side up. With the crown, one of the crown sections needs to be knit with the charts upside down if they're directional charts, and then the other crown section is knit right side up, and same with the brim. So you have to think about which direction you want the motif to be oriented while you're knitting. So that, I'm not going to finish mine during the month of August, but that's okay. Sometimes knit-alongs are just a way to get things started. The last little thing I'll just show just a piece of is a project that I am working on for the Have a Ball Fall Crawl. The designer is Melanie Berg, and Melanie is the featured designer for the Have a Ball Fall Crawl this year. Generally, the crawl opens with a conversation between the designer and the organizers, and those are a lot of fun. Last year was Joji Locatelli. I can't remember before that, sorry. But this is one of Melanie's many shawl patterns. This one is called One More Stripe, and you can see that the stripes have a little extra interest. They're not just linear stripes. They're punctuated by these little small short road sections. I am using the Fiber Company Amble, which is a wool, alpaca, and nylon blend. It's completely machine washable. It has kind of a nice the yarn is one that blooms a bit. Very nice to work with, very pretty palette, and this shawl has 7 colors total, 1 main color and 6 contrast colors, and it is a great use for the Amble minis. The Amble comes in both full-size skeins and minis, so I'm using full-size skeins for the main color, which is this kind of olivey green, and minis for the contrasting stripes. So for the Have a Ball Fall Crawl, I will have kits for that, but I need to finish my sample, and that's what I've been working on. Have a wonderful week. Again, we will be open on Saturday, closed on Monday, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.